Hello everyone. How are we doing this fine weekend? Are we staying warm if we're somewhere cold? Hopefully so, hopefully so. If not, get cozy. We are strapping in for PopCap for Charity 2025. My name is Captain Kate. I will be your host for the next couple of games here. But let me kick off by telling you a little bit about where the heck you have found yourself. So, PopCap for Charity 2025 is a weekend-long event that benefits the American Civil Liberties Union, a public law firm that defends civil rights here in the USA. In these uncertain times, we need more than ever to band together, and PFC does just that by bringing the PopCap community together to show off the most exciting runs it has to offer. 6 of PopCap's most beloved franchises are represented, as well as some of the community's most exciting fan-made content in runs, races, and bingos, so please check out the runs using exclamation point schedule, help us reach our incentive goals by donating, and of course, stick around for more PopCap fun! I would love to hear what you all are most excited for. I'm super excited. We're starting off with Bejeweled here, but we have, like I said, quite a number of games represented. Truly something for everyone. So, yeah, chat, let's hear it. I wanna know what you're hyped about. Or if you're just hyped about all of it, tell me that too, because I'm like low-key, high-key, just super into PopCap in general. And real quick, before we get our run started, let me quickly share with you a little bit about our charity as well. The ACLU is a non-profit, non-partisan, public interest law firm operating in the United States that represents clients whose constitutional rights have been violated. The ACLU dares to create a more perfect union beyond one person, party, or side. Their mission is to realize this promise of the United States Constitution for all and expand the reach of its guarantees. So please make sure you are donating if you are able, or if you are not, please feel free to just share this around to your friends, family, and community as well. Being here and just showing up is also equally important, so I would love to get some folks in here to see what we've got going on, yeah? Alright, friends, and without further ado, I'm gonna see if we can pass it over to Smmidi here for their Bejeweled 3 All Quests run. So when you're ready, Smmidi, take it away.
With no ending, mini-game based games. And today we're going to be playing Bejeweled. This is the main PopCap game that I speedrun. I'm a bit of a Peggle fan as well, but I will leave that to the people that are better at Peggle than myself. But yeah, this is Bejeweled, and we're going to be playing quest mode. You might be thinking, how exactly do you speedrun Bejeweled? But yeah, there are a lot of different quests we can do in this game. And on commentary, I'm joined by Jupi.
Hi, I'm JP, also known as Cute Piggies, and welcome to the Bejeweled vlog. I'm gonna be your Blue Jeweled, but first, Bejeweled 3 is more important. I'm so excited because All Quest is super fun.
Absolutely. But we have lots of different quests going on that we're going to be seeing today, and they get increasingly harder by the end of the run. And we do have an incentive as well, which I'm sure we'll mention at some point during the run. So we will get started very soon. It will start when I press the quest button here. So if we're ready, I will give a countdown. So in 3, 2, 1, go. And we're going to start with Gold Rush.
Alright. Good luck, Midi.
Thank you.
You will need it.
Yeah, the start of the run, I really do want to get lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we're doing okay.
We're starting pretty good.
Yeah, so, yeah, basically, this is quest mode. There are 40 quests that we have. I am going to use it there. So we're starting off with Gold Rush, and what we need to do is break adjacent tiles to pieces of dirt and gold, like that, and then we need to meet the quota. You always have the rules in the bottom left, and in the top left you can see how far we are at in each quest as we go. So there's a lot of different ones going on at the beginning here. So we just had Gold Rush, and now we have butterflies. So there are going to be butterflies spawning in each level here, or every time we make a move, and they are going to be moving up very slowly. If they reach the top, then that will be a game over. Hopefully that won't happen.
Yeah, so every level will have a specific goal to meet. For example, as you can see, 15 butterflies before any reach the spiders. You do have one move before the spider eats it. You can see the red the red pots of the screen shining as Smmidi tries to cover. Right now, not a lot of butterflies, which can be easy or a bit difficult to manage, considering that later on when you will see some of the butterfly levels just swamped with butterflies. Sometimes it can be a boon, sometimes it can be a danger. But with this,
so that's an interesting. Oh, go on.
No worries, you're good. Now we're in buried treasure.
We are getting some interesting luck here. I was just going to mention we just got a hypercube on the last one. And because a butterfly moved into the hypercube, it actually used it up before I got a chance to use it. That's another one. Okay. This is pretty fortunate. And I was looking at the setup at the bottom there as well. They are so close together as well. If we got both next to each other, it would be an instant win because it clears the entire board. So I'm just going to pop it. Why not? Buried treasure. Basically, there are relics behind the piece of sand here, and we need to uncover them. And this is actually the only one of this we're going to see, because later on we're going to see a slightly harder version for the rest of the game. And we have one more. Normally it's the top ones that are harder to get. So hopefully, yeah, there we go. And we have that one as well. And we are finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
And now we move on to alchemy.
Mm-hmm. Like it's shown in the menu, you will have 8 different... levels for each relic for a total of 40 quests. Some of them will be repeated, obviously. Some of them literally appear once and then get harder, buried treasure as we saw. But here we have alchemy, which at first glance just starts with, hey, make some lines, and you will turn the lines into gold. Which, pretty good reference to the olden times of trying to change lead into gold. By mixing in jewels, obviously. Everyone knows that's how the alchemists did it in the old times. Alright.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Next, we have Time Bomb, which is a bit more focused. Here, you will try to match the gems before they explode. Right now, we have the variant where it's number of moves listed before they explode, so... Smmidi can have the little time to think about what moves to do, but also they do have to be fast. It is a speed.
So
run.
what happened there? So when there are no bombs, the next time the chain reaction stops, will be another one that spawns in. Sometimes extra ones spawn in if there hasn't been a move in a while in terms of bombs. But because there was a gap on the right-hand side there, it was able to spawn one in. And I will always be trying to avoid the sides on most of these quests because they are so hard to match. Most of the time, that's just an unlock of the main the main games. Yeah, so now we have Avalanche, which is fairly easy now, and all the rest of them will be pretty hard.
Yeah, before we get to the hard ones, I do also want to remind folks that we have an incentive open currently for the Ice Storm run at the end of this. That is $50 to meet, and if we do meet that, Smmidi is going to attempt a standard Bejeweled with the Ice Storm modifier. Joopy, maybe you can talk a little bit more about that too, but that is open currently. $50 needed to meet that, so please make sure we're getting those donations in for that if you want to see it, because I know you do.
Yeah, the Ice Storm is going to be a lot of fun. We will see a little bit of Ice Storm later on in the run, but lots of gimmicks where Smmidi is going to be time rushed, kind of like in Avalanche, but this is more of a move rush, where basically gems were falling down from the screen and trying to fill in, so you have a limited amount of moves, because obviously you are working with only the jewels that are on the board, but also you kind of want to make some moves before you get swamped, because obviously usually you make moves with 3 gems and 5 of them drop in one go, so you get to be efficient. Here we try to max kind of the typical Bejeweled experience where you make a certain amount of moves and you progress. And here Smmidi just did a negative move glitch, which now allowed them to just not care about the limited move they had access to. Quickly going into balance here. Here, Smmidi has to make matches of blue or red gems. Haha, blue jewel. And very topical. And basically, the goal is to make sure that you do not have one of those 2 crystals on the sides of the board to drop and create an entire set of, would ruin the board itself. But with this, Relic 1 is done. Well done. Now, a very important gimmick. Welcome to poker.
Yeah, and not a great layout at the beginning, so the reset button is your friend. I will just reset until I get a great setup. But basically, these hands are how you create poker hands, and that will allow us to hopefully score a lot of points. At the moment, I'm not getting a ton of good ones. I do want to get a lot of one. Okay, this looks really good. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this and this, and then I'm gonna pop this. Oh no, okay, didn't want to do that, but that's okay. Blues are fine here. Yeah, so where the orange was part of the chain reaction, it did not give me the orange. It gave me the blue, but that is okay. So you get special gems also give you points as well. In fact, they are much better in this version of poker than in poker regular mode. The score balancing is incredibly different in there, and it basically renders special gems completely pointless. Here they are very good. So, okay, I am going to... Ideally, we want a 5 of a kind, but, you know, that's fairly lucky if that happens. I am going to do this and hope that a white spawns there. I'm gonna go for it again, why not? Okay, we don't have another way of doing it. I'm trying to just set up well for the next round, because if we get a 5 of a kind, that will be great for the next round. Because 5 of a kinds count as wilds, and it also spawns a hypercube. So we got one there, but it's not... yeah, so it pretty much gives me the chance to hit any of those colors, which is really, really useful. I do have whites here to use as well, so we used a purple and a white in one move, and that gave us the choice of 2. So it will then pick the best one at the end. And we need 3,000 points for this, so this is a pretty long mode. We're hoping we'll get out of here, and this is a lot of the source of the time saved in this run. I'm still hoping for another white. I'm probably just going to set up for the next round, I think, because there's no point popping the yellow there.
Yeah, you do also have a good amount of special gems, so it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
We didn't explain for anyone who has not played Bejeweled. The special gems are, there's 4 of them. You have the flame gem, which is made by having 4 of the same in a row or in a column. The hypercube, which is 5 of the same color in the row or the column. Then there's the supernova, which is 6 of them, which are pretty rare, and Smmidi has a very interesting stat about those.
Yeah, I would say the average number of hypercubes I get in a run is about 0.5, but we did a practice run and I got 2 in the space of 5 minutes, so you never really know.
It can happen today. I hope you're excited.
It absolutely can happen.
Yeah, and the final one, which is kind of unusual, is if you make a star gem, which is actually a 5... it's technically 5 of the same color, but they are in a cross or a T shape. You might have seen it before. I think we had a couple of them, but usually those are very powerful because flame gems just explode the 3x3 with it centered in the middle. Star gems does a entire cross. Hypercube clears out all of the gems from one color, and then Supernova does the star gem cross, but 3x3. So it's very powerful.
And very
So
satisfying.
unlucky.
Oh yeah. You're on last hand. That is very tight. This
is absolutely terrible RNG. I'm not even going to play that one out. It's never going to happen.
Yeah,
this
is
more
fair.
like it. Look at this. I mean, I can make special gems here, but the thing with that is that if I make like a special gem, sometimes it does spawn in an extra color of that gem, but sometimes it is actually better not to pop that. Okay, so yeah, mainly we're trying to farm full houses. Full houses is just really, really quick. Don't require as much thinking ahead for me to need to get those. So I am going to pop. Oh, what do I do? I think I'll go for this. Yeah, I mean, it's a good start, so it's not too bad. I mean, later we'll need 4,000 points in poker, which is very difficult.
Yeah. Here, 3,000. If you go for a full house with some special gems, you can clearly cover like a next hand that says for setup, so it's very powerful.
Yeah. I don't really want to use that, but I might anyway. So Spectrum is no pair. In real poker as well, it's actually more common one pair than no pair. That's why that's more valuable. Okay, that's quite good. The bombs are useful because they clear the board a little bit. Is there a green? There is not.
There is not,
okay,
unfortunately.
But we got an extra 100 points from that.
Mm-hmm.
From the specials. So that's cool.
And halfway there with half of the hands.
Good.
Pretty good. Ooh, very good.
Okay, I will use this first. Then I'll use this. And then I'll use this, because if I use the bomb, it will also use the hypercube, so I'm keen to not do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that, and then that. There's no orange there, but I can move an orange there. Do that, and then hypercube. That'll do for now. Clear the board a little bit. And that is a lot more likely for this to be a much better position, which it absolutely is. There's the flush, finally.
Beautiful, well done.
That was so terrible. The RNG was so unlucky. Okay, right. Yeah, I mean, my PB in this, the estimate does accommodate the RNG. I mean, negative moves glitch we touched on earlier. Negative moves glitch really does help this stay a bit more consistent for me to do for marathon runs. Negative moves works because of me doing 2 moves at once. So one with the mouse keys and one with the one with the mouse and one with the arrow keys. That's how you do that. So here, I don't really want to use the bomb yet. I want to get the full use of the full square there. Because this is a lot harder now, because every time you do a move, 5 gems spawn in, so you do need to be making combos. And not only making bombs, but also using them, rather than them just sitting there. So that one will actually be guaranteed for me to use it, and then there's another one. One thing to mention in Avalanche as well is if the board fully fills up, I have 2 seconds to make one more last-ditch move, and that will have the potential to save me, but normally at that point it's too late. And I might as well take a restart rather than sit through the game over cutscene. So now we have time bomb, and these are actual seconds now. I'm going to try my best to manipulate the bomb to go the other side by doing 2 moves at once. It doesn't seem to be working out at the moment, but we'll see what we can do.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we keep getting stuck with it. Okay, I will do 2 moves there. Okay, we're still stuck with it. I see how it is. So in butterflies, which is another mode we'll see a little bit of today, there is actually no way of the butterflies spawning in the far left or right columns because it's so difficult to match them. But in Time Bomb, that's not a thing, because technically you can kind of prevent it most of the time. Okay, that's not too bad. But the good thing for us is we are speedrunners, so we are more than happy to do a speedrun-like mode. See, speedrunning was actually created in the year 2000 with Bejeweled. So, yeah. That's real and true fact. I don't really want to use that hypercube yet. I want to keep it there because it's good. Yeah, if I absolutely have to, I'll use it. Yeah, sure. Oh, wait, no, it's 15. Never mind. Yeah. I was thinking because some of those you can get stuck for like 20, 30 seconds or more. Yeah, I did not notice I was 1 away. The thing is that every special gem, except for the flame gem, has a cutscene. So we do not want to use them if we don't have to, we won't be. But most of the time it's worth using the special gems. And here I probably will see negative moves more often. I can't always use it because there always has to be 2 moves available to do it. Just gonna wait for that chain reaction. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you will end up with only 1 move remaining. And in quest mode, there always has to be a move available. Oh, hello. I don't know what's gonna happen now because I accidentally pressed back and it didn't go through. Okay, it looks fine. Yeah, in regular Bejeweled, you can kind of run out of moves and that's how the game ends. Here, the game always has to have a move available. So sometimes it will just give you a hypercube just so you have something to use. So yeah, here I will be prioritizing the top because that is really, really difficult to match most of the time, as you can see. And this is Sandstorm, so this is like Buried Treasure, but the sand will cover up with the more relics that I match. I do really want to keep that there. There we go, and now we can move the bomb down. The bomb would have been a nice way of clearing that, that section at the top there. There's our hypercube. So I'll use that, and then hopefully that will free up some space around the bomb. And there's our last relic. Quest completed. So we're moving on to butterflies now, and we now have 25 to match, so quite the difference. But the good thing about this is you do get a lot more butterflies spawning in, and later on we'll actually be seeing multiple spawning at once, which sounds bad, and it can get out of control pretty quickly, especially if you get a bit unlucky. But usually it's fine, and also if you plan ahead well with the butterflies and where they move to, they will kind of make moves for you, which is good. So like that one, 2 butterflies cleared on their own. I do need to be careful. There we go. Yeah, normally butterflies can get really out of control, but we will find there.
Speaking of good, do I have a moment to read a couple of donations here?
That would be very good.
Excellent. Well, we are well on our way to meeting that incentive, so thank you so much. That is, again, $50 that we need by the end of this run, and helping us to get there, we have $25 from Eondar. We have as well a $10 anonymous donation, and then we just had $1 come in from Lord French Fries, who says, "Can't wait for this 2 days of runs to help such a good cause." So thank you all so much for those. And again, we are over halfway to meeting that incentive. We have not as much time left as you'd think, because obviously Smmidi is doing a great job here. So please get those last few donations in to get us over so we can see that ice storm.
This is a preview, yeah. Yeah. Except this is the easy one. This is the easy one. If you meet the incentive, you get the really, really, really hard one. So this is Ice Storm. This is like the victory lap of the run. You get 3 Ice Storms, and there is 1 in Relic 5, and it is the only easy one in Relic 5. It can go wrong, like anything in this game, but all it is just match this number of gems, and if the ice reaches the top, then you lose. But it takes like 10 seconds to game over you if the ice reaches the top. So it's a bit of a cakewalk, unless you get completely locked out of moves on one side of the board. But yeah, it's not too bad. And also, if you clear a column of gems, then you actually destroy the entire column of ice as well. So that makes that a lot easier. This is great. Wow, that's an instant flush, actually. I wasn't expecting that to be a flush. I was fully expecting that to be a full house, but I am very grateful. That's an unfortunate chain reaction, but it's okay. I'm going to do this because it's going to move the greens into a good spot. I'll do this, 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 and sure, we'll do that. That's a 3 of a kind, and a bunch of extra gems as well. The flush just puts me in a great spot because now we need 3,500. That's good. I will... I'm going to take this because it leaves some of the blues there. I don't want to get rid of them all. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that's interesting because I got 2 matches there. One of them was the 5 and one of them was a regular gem. It did not give me the wild. It gave me the other gem, which I'm tempted to say is a bug. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, it worked out fine. Here is just a really easy 2 pair. That's fine. I would like to get some 4 houses again, though. Okay, this is great. There we go. 3 of a kind, very good. Okay, now it's starting to get a little bit trickier. I think I'll take that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's not too bad. I didn't really want to touch all this because there's a lot of different options there at the moment. Okay, that's fine. I will do this. There was a potential special gem there, but I don't really want to use it. There we go. And I can't do a red, so I might as well hit the special gem. We got 3 hands left, so we might as well just burn all these away. We should be good here. There. Yes. If we get lucky... Ooh, not quite. Yeah, that was asking for too much. But we only need 100 now, so this is a guaranteed win. There we go. And I just need enough matches to clear it. There we go. And we're done. And now we come back to Gold Rush. Oh, wow, look at this. This is great. Star Gem right at the beginning. 2 Star Gems right at the beginning. And they're right at the bottom as well. Volume warning when we pop those. Because the more things are going on in this game, the more, yeah, it just gets chaos at some points. So that's pretty good. So these pieces of dirt actually take more hit points, but if you use a special gem, they just instantly go. So that was really good for Gold Rush 2. Yeah, so here I would like to get... okay, that bomb isn't great because it's not going to clear many gems, but that is still a flame gem there. Ideally, what I want is multiple possible moves at once so I can keep on going forward rather than seeking out the one possible move each time. But sometimes you do just get stuck in that situation. I'm going to leave that there for as long as I can. Turns out it's going to force me to use it anyway. But it looked like a good setup for a potential flame star gem or a potential hypercube. So that's always good to have. Especially for these where we need 100 gems. It's funny because Avalanche starts so easy, but because you need more gems later on, it gets so much more difficult. Yeah, we're not really reaching any of those flames. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Okay, so this is an instance of the screen shaking, and then suddenly I'm able to save it. So that is all good. That's because the flame gem was there. And now this is one of only 2 times we're going to see Wall Blast. So this one we're going to need to use special gems only to clear the walls in the middle. And that's it. But it can be pretty tricky. Hopefully, yeah, so these 2 bombs would clear the whole thing now. Later on, we're going to need to see, instead of a 4x4 grid of walls, it's going to be a 6x6 grid, which is way harder and has killed one of my... I mean, I was on best pace ever by, I think, 2 minutes in practice, and this was the culprit that destroyed the run, unfortunately. There was a move there, I just didn't see it. Because you play so quickly in the speedrun, it's tricky to keep up. That's our first badge. That's really surprising. So you get badges for doing stuff in this game, and we pretty much play on a new save file. So you do get a lot of badges in this run. Some of them you are guaranteed to get, and some of them you are not. So if we get like a supernova gem. Yeah, the supernova gem is always funny. Yeah, that's for clearing 6 in a row. I think we mentioned it earlier, but just to check. But yeah, there's so much to mention. Okay, so these ones. Yeah, I mean, we're playing quite quickly, so I will need to do negative moves glitch, which we can do here. Otherwise, I would need to take my time a lot more. Oh, there was a Hypercube there. Hypercube isn't great on Alchemy. Because obviously, unless both remaining ones are the same color, then it's not going to help me. Other than just clearing the board a little bit. So onto more butterflies. And this time we need 40. Yeah. Okay, so there I did move one over to the side. Oh, I didn't even see that one. That's okay. It's fairly early on. Yeah, I did move one onto the side, so they can't spawn on the side, but they can be moved to the side. And if I ever need to do that, you will see just how awkward it is when one ends up on the side. You just pretty much never want that to happen. It's like the only thing you don't want, unless it ends up being really fast or just any particular reason, like if you're right at the end of the requirement anyway. I will strongly avoid that. It's probably the only thing that I will actively avoid in this. Trying to move bombs in Time Bomb or butterflies in butterflies to the edges, because that's just terrible. There we go. So that one cleared anyway, so that was okay.
And I do indeed. I would like to thank all of you for helping us get that incentive met, because we have met it, friends.
Let's go.
So that was thanks to a couple of donations here. We had $3 from K Alamode saying $1 for every Bejewel. And we also had $10 come in from Vanny saying, hey y'all from the mod team. Thank you all. I am so excited about this ice storm that we get to see now, so thank you all again. Those are going to support the ACLU, and we are so grateful for your support.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everyone. And yeah, I'm hoping we put on a good show with that ice storm run. Okay, so we're back on Stratamax now, and yeah, pretty much all of the quests from this point on will be ones we've already seen, but they will be a lot harder than the earlier renditions. So yeah, they get pretty tricky, especially by Relic 5, because we are playing the relics from a new file, so we do kind of have to play them in order in a way. So we are playing the trickier ones right at the end, so it becomes a real gauntlet. And here, this is 15 moves we have for each bomb this time. There we go, that works. And it's only actually going to be a few moves between each one. If a bomb ends up on screen for a few moves, it will already spawn another one in. So you can really quickly end up in a situation where you're more likely at that point for a bomb to spawn. If you've made a move on the edges, it will then spawn on the edges, and then that's bad. And you're already in a bad spot at that point, so it really does make this a lot trickier. So yeah, I'm already clearing these fairly quickly, and the game is still saying, no, you can have another one. Which I like, because it makes this faster, but, you know. See, there we go. We now have one on the edges. Which is not good. Yeah. I can't do a lot with it because I don't have a star gem, and I'm not getting many moves over that side at the moment. I can do that. Yeah. Okay, I will do this first because we do still have the orange. There we go. Just trying to maximize how many of those we can hit there. We're still in trouble. Okay, there we go. We're still not out of the woods, but that is better. Having a hypercube there is nice. Yeah, that's the trouble. It's not that easy. Yeah, it's not letting me. I will pop the blue just in case it spawns stuff up there. Okay, at this point, if it spawns another bomb at a good moment, that could do it. But I doubt it. No, that does it. Okay, nice. Good save. And that's it. That was fortunate at the end. Yeah, just the only thing you can do in this game is just maximize the number of chances the game has to let you out. That's all you can really do. We'll restart this one. Actually, no. We'll play it out for a little bit, just in case anything big happens. No, we'll restart. Ideally, we want to get a horizontal clear at the bottom, because then that will give us, well, 3 pieces of dirt cleared immediately. Or a bomb. A bomb is good too. There we go. So that's brilliant. And here we need 10 pieces of gold as well. And every time you play Gold Rush, as far as I'm aware, it will pretty much be the same layout every time. So it's really just, like, you know what to expect going into here. It just depends how it goes with the RNG on that particular play. Oh, I was trying to go for a hypercube on the right-hand side there, but the game didn't want me to have it. Okay, we'll clear the board. The bombs are not reaching the bottom. We're not getting any flame gems yet, which I am looking for. Nothing yet. That's going to be another bomb. Okay, that's good, though. And then that gives me more chances. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a star gem. Didn't get it. I didn't see it in time. I wanted to get the flame. Okay, that's good. There's a star. You get them for plus shapes as well. It's just they're a bit more rare. Normally you're going to get them from like a T-shape. Wow, okay. And then we just get all of them at once. Okay. Just, the game says, right, you're getting 2 colors of gems now. That's all you're getting. And just gave me the win. Okay. I mean, that would be great in balance. You can only have blue and red gems. Well, I mean, soon we're going to be playing Bejeweled, where we're going to be getting just 1 color of gem. And that is a run you don't want to miss. Okay, so I could get some special gems there, but I also could just use 2 moves and do negative moves glitch. So I will be doing that. Wow, okay, that's a hypercube. Interesting. I won't use it just yet, though. I'll use it if I need to, but at the moment, the game is giving me moves without it, and that's pretty decent because it saves me watching the cutscene. Okay, here we go with butterflies again. So butterflies can actually spawn at the bottom where there are special gems, and if they do that, then they will actually... rare moment of having none of them, actually. They will actually replace the special gem. If they move into a special gem when they have already spawned in, then they will just switch it out in terms of position. But yeah, if they spawn at the bottom where there is a special gem, then they will just they will override what is there. And another thing as well, if the special gem placement, because basically the special gem, where the special gem spawns in is dependent on the gem you moved for that turn. The, hang on a second, I'm just gonna lock in.
Don't worry, I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pretty good moves right now, but... Wow, that is not the best.
Yeah, 50 butterflies is pretty tricky. Yeah, these special gems take a longer time on butterflies to do the cutscene spot for whatever reason. We are done. Okay, so we now on Avalanche. I'm again gonna wait for that just in case it spawns me another yellow. There we go. Can we get another one? There aren't any other moves, so we're not gonna be able to try. But I will gladly take the flame. It is next to the other one, so it's not the best, but it's still a flame. This looks good.
Yeah, that was potentially set up for hypercube. Oh no, unfortunately.
No, not giving it to me. That's okay. Not quite. I'm trying my best. If I can clear out that purple, then maybe.
Yeah.
No, I need to get this.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great time for a star.
That is very good.
Okay, and another flame. I do need something big here, though. There we go. We might not even need it. Yeah, didn't even need to
you were
start.
good.
It was just nice and comforting. Yeah, once you pop a few bombs there, it really frees it up. And this time we have alchemy, but the tiles are black to start with, and then they turn silver and then gold. Droopy has theorized that they are. You mentioned lead earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I hadn't actually considered that as a possibility, but yeah, it would make sense, I guess.
Yeah. But then there was also the you changed lead to silver and then to gold as a medium, which is literally what this is about.
Yeah.
Although I will say the background does not really look silvery.
True.
Yeah. Oh, there's
yeah,
a little
so
bit of
again,
alchemy.
this is another move-based one.
Oh yeah, no worries. Well, there's a little bit of alchemy. I think we got something to talk about, Kate.
We do indeed. We have a new incentive that has just opened for our next game, Bejeweled. Currently, the category for that is a classic 20-level run, but we want more. Why settle for 20 levels when we can have 30 levels? So because of that, if we could have maybe $30 more come in for that, one per level, I would love to see that. We don't have a ton of time left for that, so please get those in. And that is for Joopy's run, so Joopy, if you want to add anything to that, by all means.
I mean, more levels for this madness? Yes. Please.
More blue. We need more blue.
More blue. Look, the beautiful layout on screen is blue. We want more blue.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually thought we didn't have a move to use there for negative moves glitch. I used the hint button, which you are allowed to do, but there is a cooldown, so I often just don't use it. But it was just giving me the same move, and that's the point where I think, right, I'm panicking now. But I did see one other move. So that's why, like, the negative moves glitch is good, but it's not a foolproof way of winning every time. And you might be wondering, can you use negative moves on Time Bomb when it's a move-based one? This is a seconds-based one, but can we do it on a move-based one? No, we can't. The bomb will just go at 0 seconds. The reason why it works on moves ones is because we skip the trigger for the game to give us a game over on 0, because the game is waiting for the chain reaction to end, basically. But when you are on Time Bomb, there's no way of going to -1, as far as I'm aware. But there is another glitch in this game that I will not be doing, because it blows my mind that it's even possible to use it consistently. In fact, only really the world record holder uses it, and it's basically a glitch where you can essentially delete gems. You can just do a bunch of moves like this, and just delete gems that you want to. And it basically allows you to set up for whatever the heck you want, anywhere. If you have enough, like a little bit of time to set up for it. And yeah, that pretty much just breaks the game. But it's so difficult to do consistently. I think I've never managed to do it once. So I don't know how World Record Holder does that, but it's impressive to watch. Okay, this is going to really clear the board here. Okay, we did not clear the bomb. That's fine.
Ooh.
Waiting. There we go. Okay. In a way, Time Bomb is actually better when you have less moves, because the game always has to give you a move. So at that point, you're more likely for that move to be the one at the top. Ooh, didn't really want to move the bomb that far down, but I didn't really have a choice in that.
Yeah. Oh, the star gem would have been
that's
great.
Good. There we go. It just gave me a hypercube, so that'll do.
That's perfect.
And we're out. And we move to balance. This is 30 this time. Something worth noting in balance is that at the end, so each one is capped at 30. At the end of that 30, you can just get as many of that color again. So if I get 30 blues, and then suddenly I get a bunch more blues, it's only going to be at 30 in terms of the scales, which is really good. And it pretty much means once we get closer to the end, it means I don't have to worry as much about how the scales are doing. So we're a little bit low on reds here, but that's okay. Yeah, we can clear that one out.
Yeah, pretty well balanced. Just need 3 of the reds. And there we go.
Took a little while.
You had to entice the reds to come.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that is pretty much correct. Yeah, if the game doesn't see a move at the time, then it will drop a hypercube in. I feel like that is probably the case, especially for quest mode, because there always needs to be a move available. It's not always the case, because that one did just drop in and there was definitely a move available. But it does definitely seem to do that more often when there are no moves available. I don't really know exactly what causes one to spawn in if there is a move available. I think maybe the game is just, you know, feeling generous. I think that might just be it. Okay, so we have Ice Storm again. We're getting a lot of Star Gems. Star Gems do have the cutscene, but they do give me a bit more thinking time. It's really difficult to actually pass the board quickly in Bejeweled. So popping one does give me a bit of a chance to recover, and we will see that later in the Ice Storm incentive, where every time I pop a special gem, I'm not using it as a break, I'm using it to plan ahead. There is no break.
There is no break in Bejeweled.
But anyway, this is the hardest quest, in my opinion, and we're starting off with a wild. Brilliant. We're going to go with this, we're going to go with this, and I don't have another green at my disposal, which is real shame. But I can try and get another one. Didn't quite do it. Full houses do for now. And we do have a hypercube, so that's good. Okay, can we get any more purples? Not quite. I can do this, though. And then use that. And I think I can get a green from that. Oh, we used it. Okay, we didn't get the special gem bonus for that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have anything else. So can I use anything else that would not mess anything up? The reds and the oranges are my key here. So I don't want to mess those up. Can I get a red? Oh, not quite. Unlucky. Okay, another special gem. And then do I use... Okay, so we have reds, oranges, yellows. They would all be good. None of them really. I'm going to just save up a bunch of special gems for now. Set up well for the next round. See what happens. Okay, we're going to do this. That has a chance to spawn a green here. It did. That's lucky. I am going to use this. And then this. And that is going to clear out a bunch of the board. Hopefully good for next time. That's going to clear some stuff out.
Yeah.
Loads of reds there, and they did get popped, unfortunately. Okay, so here is good. Here is good. And then this will give me another gem. And that's a full house.
There we go.
I could have technically waited after each turn just in case we get another one of that color. But that takes time, and the chance of that happening is too slim for me to bother doing that most of the time. That's a great setup to get that red. And there's a star gem. We're going to get another red, which is good. 650. Okay, I'm going to do this. Oh, wait, hang on. Can I set up for a flush? If I get lucky enough. Not quite.
Oh, no.
But I think it was worth doing that. Oh, I didn't see that swap. Wow, that's a lot going on there. I don't even really want to clear those yet. I think I will, though. Because it's going to give me the 100. Okay. I do just want to take my time a little bit here because, yeah, playing this again is pretty long, and I would like to not do that. But it's 4,000 for 10 moves, which is tricky. Or 10 hands. Okay, that's a big one there. Yeah, this is looking like flush material, potentially, if I get lucky enough. Alright, come on, green. No!
No!
Unlucky. We were asking for a lot there. We only had one chance.
Okay, but you don't need much.
This is still good. I need a 3 of a kind and a special gem. That would do it.
Or Full House.
Yeah, Full House isn't as likely here.
Yeah.
There's our special gem. Okay, I'm going to clear this because that's going to clear a ton of the board.
We did get some greens.
There, and we need one more move. Sure, that one. Did it. First try.
Well done.
Barely.
Well done.
Exactly.
Poker free is hard.
Bejeweled Poker is a main mode. Basically, the score balancing is completely different, and it basically renders the special gems entirely pointless. But it is a really fun mode. Basically, you fill up a meter, and I know popping an ult in Bejeweled is kind of funny, but yeah, you have like a meter in that mode, and the further on you play, it basically says if you it basically creates like skull hands. So if you hit the wrong one, then you flip a coin whether you stay in the game or lose. So it kind of embraces the like gambling esque kind of aspect of it, because obviously it's about as much poker as Balatro is poker, but you know it embraces that for the poker mode. It's kind of fun, but I do love the regular poker mode. It's just it's a lot more thinking involved. The other modes have sort of a time requirement, but poker is the only one where you're just kind of thinking, and it requires it kind of is a lot more chill in a way. Because it demands you to think rather than just play a bunch of moves and hope something good happens. Okay, this is tricky because the last ones we have are right at the top, and the moment you get a bomb gem, normally they fall. So yeah, that one, had it have been like a vertical clear, they normally do fall too far for you to actually use them. Okay, can I get this one? Oh, I did a match, but it was just too late because of the chain reaction. Okay, that is still okay.
Yeah, but no.
But we would need another white gem there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that does it. There we go.
Let's go. Well done. Alright.
Alright, now we have Gold Rush, the hardest one. We're back to 10, interestingly, but because there are so many heavy elements of rock, this is a lot harder to clear compared to any of the others. So we really, really do want these special gems because, again, they will do tons of damage to the rocks below. Okay, there's a star. Brilliant. Potential for more. There's just a flame. That's okay. Okay, that's really good. Another star. I don't think we're going to get a lot more from that. So, in terms of just general physics, the vertical clears are better than the horizontal clears. So whenever I have an option of the two, I will pretty much be going for those. We're not really getting any moves. This is the thing, because we're playing with the half a board from the top down, sometimes you just kind of don't get to those special gems that are near the bottom. If the game isn't going to give you a good move for them, then you're just not going to reach them. And that, unfortunately, is the case here. Okay, we are almost down there, though.
I believe.
I'm hoping something big is going to happen at some point, because we are in a bit of a rush now. Get it? Because Gold Rush. We are... Yeah, we're struggling.
I'm blaming you.
We've had nothing. There we go. Okay, now we got... Okay, 2 gold.
Come on.
We got
an in.
This one. This is probably still not enough. There we go. We got it. With 3 seconds left.
That was so close.
The funny thing is, Gold Rush is such a variable amount of time. I mean, everything is individual, but, you know, my golds can be like 20 seconds. And most of my PBs just get a cracked number. Like, I think one of my PBs once had like 2 or 3 gold splits, or close to gold splits in Gold Rush. And whenever you get anything quick in Gold Rush, it's like, is it over? Am I done? Like, because you're just expecting it to take the whole time. Okay, I'm hoping something good happens there. Interestingly, it spawned a bunch of reds. I think sometimes that just kind of happens. It spawns loads of reds, or loads of one color for some reason. Wow. So I popped a flame gem and I thought it saved me, but because I did so many moves that built up to it, it did not save me. So I would have needed another one. Not quite lucky enough there, but that's okay. We played quick enough for it to not be too punishing. Yeah, so at the start of these boards, you normally do have a fairly good idea of where the game is going to give you a possible move, because sometimes there are just different places on the board where it can't possibly give you a move there. Alright, come on, game. We want this hypercube. Come on. Come on.
Oh, game, please.
Come on.
Please. If you ask nicely,
No.
maybe the game will be nice.
No.
No.
Oh, I got greedy going for a hypercube, but saying that, if we got one, it pretty much would have been close to a free win. So it was worth going for, I'd say. I mean, the game just kept giving me chances that are like, come on, just one more go. You can do it. You'll get it. I promise.
Yeah.
We're not going to scam you at all out of this hypercube. And that is exactly what happened, unfortunately. Okay.
While
Hopefully we
MIDI
get through this
focuses
time.
on Avalanche, Kate, do you have some messages for us?
I do indeed. So, we are coming ever closer to meeting that incentive. We're actually less than $15 away currently, so I know one or two of you can knock that out super quickly. We had $13.10 come in from Softest Cat, who dropped a couple of jewels in the comments, and then we also had an anonymous donation of $4.40, so thank you to both of you for those donations, and again, we are so close to that Blue Jeweled incentive, less than $15 away, so go check your couch, maybe see if you have some spare jewels in there that you can throw my way, and I would be happy to read your donation here.
Amazing. Let's get those levels. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I promise.
I know you all want 10 more levels. That's more marathon, baby!
Yeah! More marathon. That's all we want. And well done.
Yeah, that hypercube saved me. At that point, it was just I can just make the moves to finish the to finish the level,
Yeah.
and it was almost a game over still. If there was like 5 to 10 more gems I needed, I would have still needed to play well to save that. That's how hard the last Avalanche is sometimes. Okay, so this is a bit risky, just going for any moves that come up, because
Wow.
sometimes you
All
get
the-
what's happening here, which is just loads of blues, and it
blues
becomes
happen.
pretty risky. Yeah, but it is fast, so
Oh, nice.
that is nice. Okay, popping a hypercube on a blue or red is bold, but yeah, as I said, it caps at the 40, so it's not too bad. Getting a bunch of badges, finally.
More badges.
And,
More
yeah.
badges.
Okay, we now have Sandstorm, which is, in Relic 5, pretty difficult. And by the way, with the donations there, shout outs to Softest Cat. As I was saying, Softest Cat, the world record holder, actually. And is incredibly good at this game. This is one of those games, and there are multiple in this marathon. To be honest, PopCap games can be like this, where there's a huge, really, really high skill ceiling. And the top runners are just way ahead in terms of the times that are on there. World record is 27:09 in this game. And if you have not watched it, please do yourself a favor and watch it, because there's too many moves going on to be able to think of them immediately. Even for me, and I have run this game a fair bit at this point, it just is very, very... It's one of those games that's just really impressive to watch. Okay, I'm still relying on that flame gem, because that would finish this.
Yeah. Fortunately, because of the Sandstorm system, you just have to think very fast, otherwise you just lose a lot of progress.
There we go.
Well,
Yeah,
well
there
done.
we go. I managed to move the flame back up again with one of the matches. And we have 2 to go. We have Stratamax and Ice Storm, which is not to be confused with the incentive Ice Storm we're going to be seeing. This is quite a nice one to end on. It's obviously not free, but it does mean we can do negative moves. And that is always a good thing. Maybe we'll see one more negative moves for the run. Oh, I could have had a hypercube. But again, that was, yeah. I mean, flame gems are faster, so we gotta save some time. Okay, we have 3 moves left. 2 moves. There's our hypercube. Okay, and we're gonna do... Okay. Alright, let's do... Yeah, we did negative moves there, so that is okay. There we go. So, one thing I did there, I was going to do the negative moves glitch with 2 moves in the middle, but because they would have interfered with the gems being close together, it's a bit riskier to do that because you have to do the moves at the same time together. Otherwise, it does not let you do that. As soon as one move has fully... as soon as the gems fully moved to the other position, that is where the game locks until the chain reaction is over, so you don't actually have control. And then obviously when we get to -1 moves, the game gives us control again. So, one more Ice Storm. We need 250 gems here. I'm hoping we can get something going.
Very close.
Yeah, it hit the top, but again, we have like 10 seconds before it actually game overs us. If there's only one column there, it's not too bad. It's because we're only getting really horizontal clears for other lays. Vertical clears are way better.
Yeah, but sometimes you do want to manage multiple at once.
Yeah. And I'm actually working from the top down, because if I work from the bottom up, then any chain reactions will then mean I can't do any moves on the other side of the board. But if I start from the top, then it doesn't affect anything at the bottom. So, yeah, more physics things. You wouldn't really expect there to be much physics in Bejeweled, but yeah, there's stuff going on. And that is not quite it. Yeah, there's like a 20-second cutscene. When it comes up with quest mode completed, we will be done. But that is well under the estimate there, which is great because we now have that incentive to play out as well. So I will try and give a bit of a countdown of when it is coming up. It's about 5 seconds, I think. And it is time.
GG's.
GG's.
All right. Thank you. All right, so as we were saying, we will be doing I will switch over to my main profile for this because that is the one that has Ice Storm unlocked. We will be doing one game of, thank you for the GGs by the way, of the Ice Storm mode. So there are a lot of differences in here, but basically the longer we play for, the harder this gets, and even with like a world record score run, it will not take much longer than the estimate time. And I am very much not world record level, but I will hope to get us as far as we can here. So, I don't know. Are we ready to get this started? Okay.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Okay, let's go. So I'll give another countdown. So 3, 2, 1, go. No, not continue. New game. No, that was my practice game. That was my great practice run, actually. That was a really good practice run.
Oh,
I hope I do as well as my practice run, because that was very good. Okay, so you might notice at the beginning, there's actually 2 columns instead of 1. Game giving me a hypercube already, which is great. But 2 columns instead of 1 at the beginning here, which is nice. However, I think I'm probably going to need to use this. I'm just going to use it. We got time. There's loads of time to start building up at the beginning here. It starts off really, really slowly. And you also get these combo points as well. Whenever you clear out a column, it will start building a combo. And that is the main way of building up your points in this mode. So now, the higher the multiplier gets, the harder the game gets as well. And eventually the columns do split. Instead of being in groups of 2, they will be in solo columns. So again, yeah, the ones on the side are a lot harder to clear. The middle ones often end up being the ones that are a lot easier. So I'm just thinking out my moves for the next ones here. Getting a little bit of a combo going. I know this isn't really a score run, but I mean, I would like a PB. That would be great.
What is your PB on this one?
I think it's just over 1 million. I was doing... I hadn't actually done a ton of this before practicing this for the marathon. I think I got to like ×8 or ×9, I think, which is not too bad. I mean, yeah, the main place to check for like score leaderboards is Cyberscore, and I think I'm around like just above middle of the board, which I'm happy with, because again, I haven't done a ton of this. But yeah, building up that multiplier is a really big thing as well. And I was mainly prioritizing just how far can I go, rather than optimizing for the multiplier. Optimizing for multiplier is so hard because you do need those vertical clears to do that. And most of the time I am just kind of getting whatever comes up. We'll go for this. And the special gems can be useful, but yeah, mainly you just want to be getting those vertical clears across the entire board. That's the most useful. So as you can see, the meter on the left-hand side kind of indicates how we're doing, and that kind of resets whenever the multiplier upgrades as well. So the ironic thing with this is the better I do, the worse this is for the marathon. But as I was saying, I guarantee you that it will not stay this easy. It gets wild by the end. I'm really hoping we get to at least ×6. That would be really cool. But we will see. Sometimes the game giveth and the game taketh away. So you never really know. Yeah, you know what? At this point, I'm probably just going to go pretty much silent because this is going to get really, really tricky now.
Yeah. There are already too many things to work around. Oh my god. Getting so fast
Yeah,
every
that
time.
was scary. That was scary.
Yeah, that was
I
very
just was
scary.
getting nothing there.
Ooh. Come on, ×6 multiplier. We want it. Oh. There we go.
There we go. Now it starts getting really, really tricky. This is a nice combo.
That is amazing.
12
Wow.
combo.
Ice,
Okay.
ice. I never got that one.
This one. Right, I can think again. I have time to think.
And the ice keeps rising faster and faster. That is... Ugh. Seven. Oh my god. Is it gonna be the million? We're so close to the million.
Yep, there we go.
There we go! That's a million run, baby! How
Okay, I'm
far?
gonna hang on to that hypercube for now because it really is just a good safety moment. Yeah, this is the safety moment. Okay. I would like to use that bomb gem, but it's not gonna happen yet.
Come on.
Star gem. Another star gem. Okay, great.
8
Good reset time.
times.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pop it. Bomb is in a great spot.
Nice save.
Thank you. Star gem again. There is one more, but I'm running low on those backups. There's a good hypercube. That is lucky, but I will always take lucky at this point in the run. Still got one column there we didn't clear. There's another hypercube.
More than half of the board is covered. And there it goes.
Yeah, and now it's back again. That's just what this is like. Oh, look at this. Okay, that's great.
There we go. Times
really
9. And this is not PB.
Another
I don't know
hypercube.
what it is.
Okay. I will be checking my PB after this. I don't
problem.
know the exact score. But yeah, it's going to be pretty close if it is. If it isn't it's pretty close. I don't think I've ever reached ×10, so I do think this is probably coming to a head very soon.
Ooh. Oh, that leftmost was so close. Come on, chat. Cheering for Smmidi. The ×10.
No, that's it.
No!
1.8.
no!
That is that has destroyed my PB. That has absolutely destroyed my
Incredible.
PB.
That's incredible.
I can very quickly check my PB, but I know that's a PB for certain. While I am checking, I will give shout-outs. Yeah,
Yeah, let's
thank
go.
you all. Thanks for watching. Thank you for meeting the incentive. Yeah, my PB. What did I just reach?
1.8 million.
Yeah, my PB was 1,826,000. So I think, we barely PB'd.
Let's
But
go!
barely a PB is the best PB. And yeah, very very close to ×10. So I'm really happy with that. I mean, I was aiming for ×6. I really wanted at least like ×8 because, you know, I didn't want to jinx myself saying like such a high number because I can do practice runs and sometimes you just get unlucky and it collapses at like ×5, ×6. But I'm really really happy with that. I want to shout out, Bejeweled. Bejeweled is a really really fun game and I've had a great time playing it. This is like my casual, like my comfort speedrun really. I mean, my main speedruns are like Wii series games. A lot of the time at the moment is Wii Play. So it's nice to just do a run of this, and I don't often do no resets of games like that with RNG based games, but here I can just do a no reset and it just feels good to play even if I'm not on PB pace. It's really fun. So yeah, would highly recommend Bejeweled. I stream on Twitch at Smmidi if you want to watch runs of games like this in the future. Currently at the moment I'm grinding for a big goal in Wii Play bronze medals, so I'm doing a lot of that, but maybe I'll bring back Bejeweled. And Droopy, any shout-outs from you?
I mean, thank you for having me on commentary. It's always fun to be here commentating for one of your runs, but also I'm literally the run right after, so don't worry. I will be here to talk more about a very special game. So yeah, I hope you're excited.
Awesome. Thank you both so much. And again, congratulations on the PB. Stream is going to go down for just a moment, but we are coming back with a new feature. So do not panic. Hang tight. We'll be back with Joopy's run right after this.